I'm going to say this I'm obviously a Broncos supporter and ex-Broncos player and coach. But to me, coming to Suncorp, and Braith, you can answer this, and Brandy as well, coming to Suncorp Stadium to play the Broncos, you've got to love coming here and playing against them, don't you? Isn't it something in the season where you look at it and think, oh, I can't wait to get to Suncorp, regardless of your form?
Suncorp's one of the best stadiums, if not the best stadium in our country to play rugby.
I mean, I've seen you come up here and pull our pants out too, Braith.
Not many times, Kevin.
No, but
it does. It inspires you, especially for Magic Round. And I said to Nath before the game, I said, what better time to find some form and turn your season around the Magic Round against the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah.
And he's got Origin coming up too here.
Yeah.
If he makes it in the Blues team.
If he makes it.
He'll make it, right?
Yeah.
He will be, Kevin, especially after today.
Yeah.
He was always going to be picked. But he was good, wasn't he, Brandy?
Well, apart from the big plays, which we've highlighted, he was so good at just making the attack of the Panthers direct, playing direct, and that's what he did all afternoon. All afternoon he put pressure on the Brisbane edges because of how direct he played with the footy. Dug deep into the line, created space for Blaze Talangi on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, whether it was Yeo or Edwards, but I thought he troubled them all afternoon, and not just those big plays that he came up with.
You mentioned Dylan Edwards there. Now, a lot of talk around James Tedesco, who's been in amazing form.
It's been great.
That. He has been.
Yeah.
Where's Edwards at the moment, and is he...
Well, Edwards is the incumbent. And cast your mind back to Game 3 last year. Game 3 State of Origin. One of the greatest games we have ever seen. One of the toughest Origin games. He was man of the match.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Like, you know, he's been I guess a byproduct of Penrith's, you know, battling form.
He's not a byproduct of it, Brandy. He's in the action. He's the thick of it. What he does for Penrith.
Well, that's what. But I mean, I think, you know, individually everyone's suffered a little bit because of the position Penrith. You know, they lost 5 games straight, Kim.
Yeah.
So everyone's form probably has been a tad down.
Yeah.
But you can't fault what he's done, Dylan. I don't think
you can never fault what he's done. No. This is what's so hard about it, is if you got Dylan and you got James Tedesco, the most consistent players, not only in their teams, not only in the competition. The two of them, every week they deliver. Like, it's hard to split the two.
Teddy for a long time was the best player in the comp.
Yeah.
Like back in 18, 19, 20. I don't think he's played better right now. Like, I really don't think he's played better. So he is at his peak at the moment. But Dylan Edwards has proven that he can do it, and he's not out of form. Yeah. He was great today.
Teddy's performance here the other night was probably the best of the season from a fullback, and he's walked in Edwards' shoes, hasn't he, as the current New South Wales fullback, and he understands the pressure that Edwards is on. Also, he's looking from the outside now thinking, well, I've been under that pressure, I know what it's like, and he's just bringing his game to another level and putting pressure on. So.
Yep.
Would you two like to be Laurie Daly for the upcoming selection?
All the best, Loz. All the best.
I'm Billy Slater, mate. I want to be
Billy Slater. All right, now, where to for the Broncos? As I said earlier, they've just been so... Well, they've been inconsistent. They're great. When they're good, they're great.
Yep.
And then when they're not, they're poor. Yep. There's no kind of in-between for them this year.
So they won 4 out of their first 5, but they have now only won 1 of their last 4. So they're and they were beaten by the Roosters, they were beaten by the Warriors. They came out under pressure here at Suncorp Stadium last week in a must-win. They didn't want to go 3 losses on the trot.
No.
And I don't think they've been that bad.
But they haven't been that bad.
Yeah, even some of the wins that they had over the Tide, like that early in the season, they weren't great. They were, but you take those wins early in the season. Now, if you're not in great form, you pick up 2 points.
Don't you? You
bank them and you move on to the next game. But I think you're right in what you say that they've been scratchy. Yeah. And they were scratchy this afternoon. Credit to the Panthers, but you know, there's other sides that have put them under the microscope. Roosters here a fortnight ago or a month ago really drilled down and got the better of them.
I won't say too much negative about the Broncos, obviously, for different reasons, but I just thought today they were just not at the mark where Penrith were. And for what reason, I don't know, because they had...
It wasn't the start. The start was great.
Yeah, but... It's the start, but you've got to play for 80, Brandy.
Yeah, I know.
And that's been Penrith's problem this year as well. They haven't been able to play for the 80 minutes. Well, that was Brisbane's... At different times, they look really good tonight, Brisbane, and other occasions, not very good at all.
They either look really good or really poor. It's a lack of sort of resilience there. I don't know it's hard for you to talk about, Kevin, but there's a lack of resilience. And when they get behind in games, they just struggle to come back, and you can see it with their body language.